social events, and also external affairs is a huge part of this. A little bit of the history. We are founded in 1990, and that makes 31 years. And we joined EPSA as associate members in 2012. Who can become a member? Any pharmaceutical student in the Czech Republic. And this year we have 200 members, but that's due to pandemic situation. Normally we would have more. There are 3 options to become a member. You either can be a regular member, associate member, or honorary member. And everything's decided at General Assembly that's held once a year. Our executive committee consists of 7 members, and our team this year of 26 people. And the external affairs department of 9 members. It's the biggest department, and we have a coordinator for every activity. We have a TWINET coordinator, national IMP coordinator, and some other coordinators for other than EPSA activities. We also have external department for students who study pharmacy in English language. And this year we were also active, even though everything was online. We organized basically every possible activity that was given in our department. So something about other projects that I chose, some of the biggest ones, that's bioanalytics and pharmacy fair, student scientific conference, public health campaigns, soft skill trainings, pharmaceutical ball, and there's also a magazine. There are approximately 4 numbers issued every year. This year it's 5. Something about CzPSA in EPSA. We have 4 former members that were or still are part of the EPSA team. So it's Katarína Lihocká, Gabriela Valentová, Barbora Kadlecová, and till today it's Josef Kunert. And what we accomplished in EPSA, in 2014 we organized Autumn Assembly, and in 2019 we organized basically the last training new trainers that happened. We also have various social media, if like we will share our news. So thank you for your attention in listening to this presentation, and I would also like to state something about our motivation, because we believe that taking over the ordinary membership in EPSA beneficial for the pharmaceutical students in the whole Republic, because we are active, even though everything is online. We try to do our best. We represent more students from the Czech Republic than the other association. We would like to be in the heart of EPSA and have a voting right and be a part of everything a little bit more than we are now. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I open the floor for questions. Aho.
Marlene, AFOP Austria. If you become an ordinary member, USF does lose their ordinary member status. Do you have any kind of collaboration regarding representing every Czech student's voice and not just half or a little bit more than half of them?
CzPSA?
Apolena, CzPSA Czech Republic. Yes, but since this time, USF also represents only their part of the faculty, which they still have less students than we have. We want to continue with collaboration, but in past years, it wasn't that active. We tried to communicate it, but unfortunately, we were not able to communicate. Our ideas were not shared. And for example, they should speak on their behalf, but they decided to not participate in this in today's session. So for Czech students, I can say that we can represent them, we have a collaboration including Twin, and also we are providing job fair for every Czech student, and also internships for all of them. They can just ask us and become our members. So.
Thank you. Now I have CzPSA.
Sanja CzPSA Slovenia. We have a question regarding your annual budget. We can see a quite big difference between income and expenses on it. What are you planning to do with the surplus?
CzPSA.
Apolena CzPSA Czech Republic. We are aware of this, but this budget is like from previous years. There is included the fee from CEP participants who didn't fulfill the conditions for returning the part of the fee. We have agreement that they need to help with our incoming students. Usually they will, and we are returning the CEP fees, but unfortunately in this year, they didn't help at all. So that raised our incomes. Also, other income, main income is from a job fair. And usually we use this money for supporting, for providing more financial support for our students, because from previous years, there were problems that our students didn't want to attend. So this income, we are putting it into next year's budget in raising financial support. We also in recent years raised our financial support for ODs, not just for one, but for two, for our delegations. And we started to finance also CEP students exchange program for our students and other activities as a training, new trainers and like that. So we are always putting it back to it. So it's even.
Thank you. Now I have APEF.
Hussein APEF, Portugal. I've seen that your association has a long history on EPSA and became an associate member 8 years ago in 2012. So I would like to understand a bit more just why apply now and not before in the previous years. Thank you.
Now I have CzPSA.
Apolena CzPSA Czech Republic. That's a good question, but our collaboration with USF was very good, like even 5 years ago. And it was the base that we were ordinary memberships in IPSF, and they were ordinary members in EPSA. But as I mentioned before, the collaboration was not optimal in recent years, and we tried to communicate it, but it wasn't enough, and also they are less active than they were before, and we can't do anything about it. So in past years, it was quite usual that we participated some meetings, but we didn't have voting right, and they didn't participate. So we were just observers, and we would like to change this. I hope that this answered your question.
Thank you. Now I have Kian PSV.
Kathy, KPSV Netherlands. I also had a question regarding membership of USF Czech Republic, because you mentioned that the communication with them is not that good at the moment, and I was kind of wondering if you have had any contact with them in during the last time about the fact that you are applying for ordinary membership, which would indicate that they would lose their ordinary membership. And I was just wondering how the communication went, since they are not here to either represent their own association.
CzPSA.
Apolena CzPSA Czech Republic. Yes, we discussed it. We wouldn't do this without their permission. They should be in here. Also, Victoria was here. We are not sure why she left. And they should say words upon their side. But the communication now in past months was good. They agreed that they are less active, that we should apply for ordinary members. I'm sorry, but they should tell you this, not me.
Now I have APEF.
Luciana, APEF Portugal. I was checking the budget, and APEF was really curious about the expenses regarding the Twinnet project. Since it is stated 380 euros allocated for this project. So we would like to understand a bit more about this amount. If your association gives some type of grant to the students or organize even this event, and it will be great if you could clarify this. Thank you.
CzPSA.
Basically, everything goes to the students that come here, because we have to pay for the accommodation, for the food, and they live at our dormitories. So the 300 euros out of it, and the food and everything is basically only that. And I don't know if I should elaborate.
It is enough. Thank you. Now I have CzPSA.
Sanya CzPSA. We also have one additional question regarding the number of students you represent, because this question is probably directed to the PC, but the latest info I could find from USF AC20 report was that USF represents 210 students, which is more than 200 than you are representing. And taking into consideration Article 3.1.2 from Torso, shouldn't CzPSA represent the majority of students?
Mihai?
Mihai, President, I would like to ask you to give me a second to give you the exact.
CzPSA?
Dominika, CzPSA, Czech Republic. USF had only 58 members this year, and we have 4 times more, so it's not true. And maybe it was different in the last year, as we said, in recent years, it may have been different, but during the last ones, when the communication started being worse, everything changed, and now we do have more members than they do.
Mihai?
Mihai, President, the number I stated represents the number of students they represented in 2020. For this year, we did not receive the update.
Now I have CzPSA.
Apolena, CzPSA, Czech Republic. Yes, as Dominika mentioned, we have 200 members now this year due to COVID, but usually we have around 300 and more. And so that's that.
CzPSA with the direct first.
Sanya CzPSA, but shouldn't we then receive the official information that USF has less members before voting on this?
Now I have CzPSA with a new point.
Nate, CzPSA Slovenia. We also have a question regarding your future plans with what are you going to do with the communication with the USF Czech Republic? Like, what will be your next step to ensure that they will also be involved in the EPSA activities? Thank you.
CzPSA.
Apolena, CzPSA, Czech Republic. So we do not plan to end the communication. We will still have collaboration. For example, when the Congress is happening, we are providing the whole chat and the whole information for all students from Czech Republic, even from the USF. So we collaborate on this. The change just be the voting right.
Thank you. Now I have KMPSV.
Kathy, KMPSV, the Netherlands. I had again a question about the membership of UCF Czech Republic, but this time I want to ask the executive, because I was wondering if there was also contact between UCF and EPSA on behalf of this, because even though Apolena has really explained that they are okay with it, it's still her word we're taking for it, and we haven't heard nothing about the communication between UCF and USF and EPSA. Thank you.
Mihai? Yes, CzPSA first. Thank you.
Apolena, CzPSA, we cannot hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay, just to check, CzPSA had their direct set before, and now it's Mihai, right? I guess so. Yes, Mihai?
Mihai, President, we did not reach out to USF to discuss this. We relied on the fact that they will see the agenda and the GA package being released 2 weeks before the deadline, and on the fact that they will be following everything and that they will be reacting if needed.
CzPSA?
Apolena, CzPSA Czech Republic. I would like to have mentioned that also this problem was during they have HR problems. So maybe this is the result that the lack of communication and the absence on this session. So this is also the reason why.
Patrick?
Patrick, alumnus. I would like to ask Dylan if they, if USF paid their membership fee this year.
Mihai?
Mihai, President, Dylan is unfortunately working at this time, so he is not here, but I can take the question and answer for you. Yes, they did pay, from what I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys from the exec, but I think they paid. That's what I remember. Yes, they did. Thank you, Maya.
Patrick?
Yeah, then coming back to the point Kati made, because then this application for ordinary membership of CzPSA is completely based on their word, but we haven't heard anything from USF. And USF is, at this moment, still an ordinary member. So this means that you have to forcefully remove USF from their ordinary membership status, which is kind of the same as stealing. So you definitely need to have 100% confirmation of USF that they are okay of the degradation from their membership status. So from ordinary membership to associate membership. You need to have 100% confirmation from them, because otherwise there's no place of ordinary membership for Czech Republic to be taken. So that means that CzPSA is now applying for something that's not possible, for that something that's not there to take. So I'd like to ask the executive if they can reach out to USF to get that confirmation.
Mihai, with a point of information?
Mihai, President, according to the terms of reference, somewhere in Chapter 3, I can look out for the exact wording if you would like to see it. Once we have someone applying for ordinary membership, the former ordinary member will be automatically demoted to associate membership. So according to the regulations, what you said is not correct. Okay, I can tell you exactly. It's Article 3.1.4. When an organization from a given country is admitted as an ordinary member, any previous ordinary member from that country shall automatically become an associate member.
Now I have CzPSA.
Dominika at PSA Czech Republic. I just wanted to state that they knew about this. They could have seen it in the agenda. They have two LSE, so if they wanted to come, they would come.
Patrick, is that a direct or a new point? Okay, go.
Yeah, a direct to up. Say that USF had all the possibilities to reach out. Well, the inactivity for a period of USF now shouldn't be a reason to forcefully remove them from the position, the status that they have currently. I mean, every member association has had a period of less activity, but now USF is taking a lot of blame for it. But Apolina, don't get me wrong. If you said you had contact with them, I believe so, but I would like to be 100% sure. I'm really looking for the 100% certainty, and that is something that we do not have at this moment.
CzPSA?
Polena, CzPSA Czech Republic. We should have the approved. They should have been here. They promised us, and they are not here. So we can ask them, or like executive can ask them. But at this point, I understand your point. That is just like one-sided. But this is the least we can do. I'm sorry.
AFOP?
Alina, AFOP Austria. Does either the executive or CzPSA think that they can reach USF until either tomorrow, Sunday, or next weekend, so that we can lay the motion on the table? The whole thing can be cleared up, and then we can just vote when everything's ready.
CzPSA?
We can definitely reach them, and I would also do it with executive, so we would get confirmation, written confirmation, or they would be 100% present.
Now I have Maeva. Maeva, you are muted.
Yes, Maeva, VPIE, I'm sorry. Yes, I've just tried a few minutes ago also to reach out to the LS now. I don't have any answers right now, but last time we discussed about the GA and this was yesterday, so I just need to manage to reach out to them and see when they are planning to join the GA. At least when they are available for that.
AFOP, is it still a direct after what Maeva said, or is it a new point? Okay, AFOP?
Lena, AFOP Austria, until when do you think you can do this?
Mihai?
Mihai, President, I propose for now to lay this on the table until like when we are done with this weekend, and to see then if we have them. If not, we can lay it on the table once again for the second weekend, but let's try for this weekend. That would be our opinion.
Thank you, Mihai. We have 9.6 proposed by AFOP Austria, seconded by PPSA Poland. Okay, I would like the proposer. This means that they asked for the motion to be laid on the table. You have to say the time when you have it, when you want to have it rediscussed. AFOP.
Alina of Austria, based on the previous answers, we would propose tomorrow, so that the membership organization matter can be resolved before the elections.
So just to be clear, Saturday right before election, so after regulation changes. Okay, I will open the floor for this. Oh, Marlene, AFOP.
Alina of Austria, we can also do Saturday morning. I would like to have input from the CzPSA or executive to have a specific timeline. I just wanted to have it before election at some point. Whether it's in the morning or right before election, AFOP doesn't care, to be honest.
KNPSV?
I think EPSA Netherlands would indeed be best if they are reachable by tonight to postpone it to tomorrow morning, even before the regulation changes, because then the other association can also have a vote in this matter on the regulation changes.
Maeva?
Yes, I will try my best to call, and yeah, that's why I think if I keep calling by the end of the day I will hear something, but I cannot promise. So I don't know if tomorrow morning, I cannot guarantee tomorrow morning.
Okay, thank you. Now I have to go back to the proposer, and they should tell me a specific point when they want to have this discussed. AFOP?
Alina of Austria, we want to have it discussed before elections, right before elections. So there is the main time to have USF reached.
Okay, now I give the floor to PPSA to state if they still second this motion. PPSA?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so the 9.6 says that this motion will be laid on the table until Saturday, tomorrow, before the elections point. I open the floor for discussion on the 9.6. Mihai, the technical?
Mihai, President, I close the floor for discussion on the procedural motion.
Thank you. Now I will draw a line in the chat, and please pay attention because now we are voting the 9.6. Type 4 against or abstain in the chat. I have 25 votes for, actually 26, but also after Armenia voted, you're not voting right member. So please do not vote during these procedures. Okay, so 25 votes for, 0 against. No abstentions. Motion was carried. So we will come back to this motion. Mihai?
Mihai, President, keep your eyes on the GA package. I will be uploading the updated agenda sometime tonight with this change and with the changes proposed by the executive.
Mihai?
Mihai, President, with this we are concluded for today. This would be everything we propose to discuss in this Friday evening. So I would like to ask Maeva to perform the roll call.
Austria, VFSO Belgium, BPHSA Bulgaria, CzPSA Croatia, CzPSA Cyprus, TURS Estonia, FIPSA Finland, ANEP France, BPHD Germany, GPSF Greece, MPSA North Macedonia, K.N.P.S.V. the Netherlands, NOPSA Norway, PPSA Poland, APEF Portugal, Facilitators Romania, NAPSA Serbia, SPSA Slovakia, CzPSA Slovenia, FEF Spain, SNAP Sweden, ASEP Switzerland, EPSA International Turkey, BPSA United Kingdom. And I am sorry, I think I also forgot to call SFD Lithuania. So you can reply as well. I have 25 members.
And I suspend the standing orders. Thank you very much for joining. We will be back tomorrow at 10:30 with regulation changes, ordinary membership application, and then elections. Thank you all and wish you all a good night.